Oh my God, look at that brim. Oh, hey! What? What? Oh my gosh, it's a monster. That's a monster. Let's freaking go.
Drivers, start your engine!
Oh my gosh. How about that, buddy?
That was cool.
That was awesome. We did it.
Oh man, you don't get no better than that right there.
Awesome buck. There you go, Manny.
Cheese.
Let's go, baby.
Now I am.
That's my biggest buck ever. Look at the width on him. I can't believe what I'm looking at.
There it is, boys. That one shell. That's all it took. Oh my gosh. Yep, that's him. Perfect shot.
Look at that thing.
Give me some.
Give me 5.
We did it, guys. Let's go. All right, you guys, it is a beautiful, beautiful day out here today. March 5th. Basically, deer season preparation is already beginning here, Hunter Ridge Outdoors, for 2026. But of course, more than that, I'm really pumped about the fact that fishing season is here, and turkey season is a month away. So just the outdoors only had a 2-3 month break, and we are at it again. I am freaking pumped to get those mighty bites in the water, to maybe sling some shotgun shells at some turkeys, and gonna get these food plots here ready in the next couple weeks. And but in the meantime, we're out here going to look for some sheds, and y'all come along with me. I'm over here in my grandpa's old house. This is the place where I have killed, where I shot the biggest buck of my life. And so many fond memories were made back here. Like, so many memories were made back here. Like, gosh, just like small little things, like Dad teaching me how to throw corn out of a small little bucket, throwing them out here for the deer. Or, you know, coming back here with my late lab that passed away 8 years ago, Rocky, back here throwing corn out here with him. Just so many memories. And not just that, but I'm talking about our family has so many memories all in these areas right here. But today, we might make some more. If we get lucky, we find some antlers on the ground. And we didn't see a lot of nice bucks back here. I mean, yeah, there was like one big shooter that came back here all year here last year. Y'all know they were building a road right back here, so that might have played a factor in that. But on the flip side, there was a lot of decent bucks in here. Like, y'all know I passed up a decent 8-pointer here during the rut. He come in looking for a doe, and came in out into the field there, and if we get lucky, his racks may be laying on the ground out here. But in the meantime, I guess we're going to take a tour of the property, and we're going to go look for some antlers. So if we get lucky, we may at least find one. So that's the goal. If I can find one, I'll be happy. Well, we've arrived. There's our tree stand right there. And this is where we put out the corn, right here. As you can see, ain't nothing really been over here because ain't been corn here in a good while. Sometimes these deer will come through that little opening right there, that little ditch, and come right on up here. And I know we're gonna put a mock scrape right here again because they pounded it. I mean, absolutely demolished that mock scrape this past season because of the Black Widow Butter Branch gel. That is the best stuff I've ever put my hands on, as far as I know. Big trail that goes out to the gas line. Oh, that right there. You may recognize that. That patch of woods over there was where my dad recovered the 2 deer that he shot at one time. 2 deer with 1 shot, which is still hard to fathom. Don't see anything sticking out over here in these brush. You can hear them over there working on the road. Pretty sure it was right here. I'm standing exactly where my biggest buck ever was standing the moment I shot him. 12-yard chip shot with the CVA. Did his job for sure. This trail definitely holds memories. There's the old barn right there near the rent house. Right around right here is about where me and Dad found that doe back in 2007. The first deer I ever tracked with him. Had to be right over in there somewhere. This is a big trail, and I know these deer still use it. And geez, the stand is just right there. And this is the trail we actually crossed to get down over there in the gas line where that 7-pointer I shot with the bow made a bad shot on the back. We was able to recover him though. And that we found the next day. So little things like that I remember. And I remember I recovered a doe over here one time as well. I honestly think our best bet where we're going to find antlers laying is back behind us where the thick and heavy stuff is. This is more open and more acorn trees over here. I know the deer kind of like to hang out over here as well. We're going to come over here and see if we can't find something. I ain't the best shan antler tracker, but I have found 3 in my lifetime, so I'm proud of that. The biggest one was the first one I ever found, just laying right in the middle of the field, at the edge of the field, the edge of the woods. And then found another one right in the middle of the field, behind my house. And then the last one I found was in fact the one that came off the 9-pointer that I shot behind the house with the bow. You know when you see an antler, but it's just hard to glimpse at him from a long distance. Who knows, they may be a last year's shed in here as well, so. It's very thick in there as well. I'm not going to step foot in there because it's too thick. Like briars and everything, and it's all just grown up junk all around there. I don't know if that was the workers or I just jumped something. I just heard a big crash. I gotta show you something, guys. Antique. See that right there? That is a tree stand only built to practice a bow and arrow out of. That wasn't just any tree stand built. That tree stand was built by my dad. It was built back in 2005, and that barrel has been there ever since, as long as I can remember. That was back when I was 2.5 years old, y'all. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that at all. That's the first time I've walked up close to that thing. Crazy, man. Here's something else cool. All this wood you see right here, rotten everything, that is from an old ground blind that my daddy built 20 years ago as well. And you can still look, there's a piece of camo fabric from that ground blind floating in the tree. Somebody, trespassers came and destroyed it, as you can see. People these days, man, I tell you. Yeah, there's good people out there, but I tell you, and there's not some good ones out there too. I just like to cause destruction. And another nostalgic thing, back in 2023, biggest buck I ever killed, decided to take his fall right there. And I think it was this tree I had his rack propped up on to get a good picture of him. In fact, this hole right here is the exact hole that me and my dad would walk in when we would go hunting anytime in that ground blind. And that deer decided to fall right there in that path. Crazy, man. There's your thick stuff right all through here. If we get lucky, if I get lucky, I can find a rack laying in here. Basically, if you get lucky, if a deer even came through here at the time he dropped his antler. So, we're gonna see. Looks like turkey scratching right here. Good sign. Maybe this is where I ought to sit down one morning, maybe hunting turkeys. Oh well, guys, we're gonna move on to another spot where there's a lot more land to look at, where the big deer have been. That's right, we're gonna go to the kudzu property, basically, where, you know, got preacher stand, you got the hardwoods where the really big deer are at. So maybe we'll find some racks laying in there. So let's go over there. All right, y'all, we're at the next location over here where the kudzu patch is, just right behind me over there. I'm gonna go over here to where my stand is and see if there's any antlers laying around there. The stand is in a good spot, 100%. More deer than I've ever seen here at this particular property anytime during the season. Because we were always hunting the kudzu. I'll tell you one thing, the kudzu, when it dies down, man, you don't see anything near it. When we were baiting, we had to relocate our corn and put it right here because we accidentally got it in another property, but we made peace with the landlords and everything, and they just kindly asked if we relocate it, and we said we could definitely do that. So super nice people, though. I'm so thankful that they didn't. They could have easily gotten mad and harassed us or threatened us, but they never did. They were just super nice about it, and they said, well, you know, because they're around the area. So I said, we'll definitely do that. But there's the stand right there. We just got to turn it from left to right, and boom, you'll be in front of the tree right there. And then we'll be in the ball game for sure. The downside of hunting here is that you're in the woods, and there's all you see right here. This is all kudzu dead limbs. When the kudzu grows, you'll tend to every once in a while bump a deer in here, bed up in here. So as long as they don't blow, that's the main thing. You can get out of there, get in and out as quiet as you can. So, but this is a good spot. I'm looking forward to what we have here next year. It's going to be good. Well, did not see anything or find any sheds or anything like that that part of the property right there, but we're going to go over here to where preacher stand is, to where I'm hopefully can try to kill a turkey. And I'll show you the setup with that, and maybe put up a ground blind. But let's go see if we can find anything over here. This is a good spot for. We've seen tons of turkeys over here, a lot. So, and deer of course too. So we'll see. All right, we're over here at the creek bottom, a preacher stand. There's the stand. I just realized something. For a long time, I've been thinking about going over there near some of those big trees and get a place set up to try to kill a turkey, because one time I was walking over here and one flew out from the tree right here. So I know this is their roosting area or over there, because twice I've seen a turkey hen in here same time in the morning. So they are extremely close by, and you never know, with that hen close by, that tom could be right on her tail. I think we got a killer game plan. I was going to try to set up something right there, but I was like, nah, let's not do it, because be a better chance over there, because you walk over here and they're right up above you, they'll see you. So well, at least there's frogs here. I can hear the freaking frogs, man. That is funny. Oh my gosh. Let's see if we can't find something. You gotta jump over to the hill over there. How do you do that? Jump over the creek. This should be good. Made it. Woo! Well, I found something. Pretty feather off a bird. Don't know what kind of bird, but look at that. Looks like a little greenish, or I'm code deficient, so pardon me. Oh man, there's another one over here. Oh, I definitely been attacked. There's another one there. Man, a bird got attacked right here. But look at that beautiful blue. That is pretty cool. Look, 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 look. 3 deer, 3 deer. They were bedding right there. Folks, I've been walking in here. 3 deer. I stepped on a big limb or something. Dag burn it. And 3 big deer. I don't know if those are does or bucks with antlers falling off, but guys, I'm telling you, I have walked down the driveway gravel before, and on each side of the ditch there were deer bedding just yards from me. This is why I love this spot right here. And I'm walking over here trying to see if I can find another good tree to maybe possibly move a stand, because I know it's thick in there, but I've seen deer come from this way before, so if we got a bad wind or something, instead of hunting that stand or that stand, I can hunt the middle, especially during the rut when the bucks are chasing. Wow, 3 huge deer. I heard a big crash and they took off right through there. Wow. Whew. It's so thick back there. No way you can get a stand in there, but I think at the same time you don't want to get too many stands too close together. I think what we got is good enough. Just might have to change a couple different setups. Like when it comes time to bait, probably put some bait over there too alongside with the hardwoods, because I've never baited over here in the early portion of the season. But we'll see who hits what the most. That should be interesting to see. Did not find any antlers at all while walking in there. I can see the field right there, so we got a little ways to go, but yeah, that's part of it. Tomorrow we're gonna go to our lease. Yes, we've got the approval to hunt our lease again, so we're gonna lease it again this year. And tomorrow I'm gonna go up there and look for some antlers and also get some samples from the food plots, dirt soil samples, and see what the pH level is. There's an old jolly ball, found an old jolly ball. At the same time, yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go up there, get the soil for the food plots so we can, and then get ready to plant the food plots again this year. We're gonna do something different. Last year we did a product that contained sorghum, sunflowers, soybeans, and of course all of that, but the sorghum got annihilated, and they really didn't touch the sorghum. But the sorghum is only effective for a certain amount of time of the season. But we're going to go big time. We're going to plant clover and chicory, and I think we made the right move on that. and it's perennial and it lasts 5 years, you just got to keep treating it, which we can definitely do that. So, but yeah, it is what it is. We'll go on tomorrow to our lease to look for some antlers. I think I got the ultimate setup. Edge of the woods. His house is just around the corner right here, but from where I'm thinking to shoot is gonna be going in straight into the woods right here. So everybody's gonna be safe. We want to make sure that nothing, no boundaries or anything was in the way. Put decoys right there on the edge of the woods. This is for turkey season I'm talking about. See that big tree right there? And I think that little tree is going to be perfect. And plus, you're going to be on a little slope that goes a little bit down towards that tree. So, and with that big tree and with these limbs, and when leaves start to sprout on it, I think it'll be a heck of a setup. This is barely inside the property, so we're legal on that. But yeah, I like that setup. You get the little slope right there. If that turkey comes down, you see where it goes down right at the tree, comes up, and it's another drop down there. So with real tree and a nice camo cover to protect my feet and everything, I think we gonna be good for turkey season. Because one time when I was going to turkey hunt over here, I was walking along the gravel, and I got right about right there, I think. I seen something fly down from there, and sure enough, it was a turkey hen. So. And then when bait season comes for deer, we'll probably put some corn out here to get the deer used to coming out in this field. And they have been. It's just they do it more right at dark. Sometimes, it depends. But we'll see. One time we put mineral over there and they absolutely killed it. And I'm talking big bucks. Like at first light. And sometimes they come through the evening too. And sometimes, heck, they'll come from that property over there across the gravel driveways and boom, right there. So there comes somebody right there in the gravel. So, but yeah, I think we're good for turkey season. No sheds, unfortunately. But hey, we'll find some at some point, hopefully. So on to tomorrow at the lease. Oh, and just like that, we are now heading over to the lease. It's the next day. And I've got everything I need. I've got the shovel, got the bags. So, because I got to get up those samples for the soil test to check the pH levels on the dirt and the food plots. And we're on our way out right now. And so, got the drinks to stay hydrated. Got a backpack to collect all my trail cameras. And hopefully we walk around and find some sheds. So, and I forgot to mention this too yesterday, but honestly this week I didn't think I'd be doing this. I thought I'd be laying in the bed or on the couch, because the last couple of weeks I've been dealing with a kidney stone. First ever kidney stone. And y'all, it ain't no joke, period. So I've been dealing with that. And I ended up in the hospital in the ER last month, not this past Monday, but the Monday before. And it was not pretty. And so I was in excruciating pain. But on the bright side, passed my stone, not going to have any surgery. We're on our way to go collect our cameras, check them to see if we had any of the big bucks survive the year or any specific deer. And we'll take you guys along with that too and see who all survived. But in the meantime, let's go to the lease, look for some sheds, collect our cameras, and go dig us some soil for the pH level test. Alright guys, here's what we got so far. I was able to get a good sample. This is a gallon sized bag, so 3/4 of it full of dirt from the small food plot. So we're going to make, hopefully this pH is pretty good, but regardless, we have got a good food plot mix, clover and chicory, that'll be in all of our food plots this year. Got my backpack, got the small food plot done, there's a shovel, my Tacticam, I got my solar cam, or I'm sorry, I got my cell cam from there, and yeah, the battery did die on it, and I knew it would, but now let's go walk in that oak flat and get the camera from there. There goes the piebald right there. Another deer. Another deer. But there's 4. Meh. Wait, there's another one right there. Meh, meh. Oh my gosh. Yo, I was standing right here trying to get the camera undone, and I hear something. I look down the hill and I see movement, and I thought it was a deer. Oh my gosh, there's more. There's another one. There's 2. That's 7 deer right there. They came from down there up here. I saw movement. I seen the ears, and I seen a deer. The first one, I think it was the piebald. I tried to get my camera quick. She was coming right to me. Oh, I got no video. Wow. The piebald's still alive. 6 deer. That is a great sign. That is an awesome sign. And with this food plot we're going to put in here, we got to keep them in here. That's 7 deer. That is crazy. I know I got good footage of it. I'll probably have to zoom in and so y'all can see better, but I guarantee that first one was the piebald. She ain't got much on her. She's got white more on her tail or her ham, and then some on her feet. She had more white than all the others, but I guarantee you that was the piebald, the first one. 7 deer. I don't care if I find any antlers today. That made my day. To come here, trying to get this camera undone. I hear something, I look, and there's 2 ears. And they're coming right to me, right through that gap. And then they just took off down into the extra thick stuff. It's unbelievable. Guys, this is awesome. Wow, y'all, that was unbelievable. Still can't get over that. But the piebald is still alive, and 6 does, big deer, were right behind her. So next goal is I'm going to walk through this sorghum before my cousin comes to tear all this up, make sure there's no antlers in here for safety reasons for sure, because I don't want him to run over something and tear up his equipment. Didn't find anything in the sorghum. So I'm gonna look at all this thick stuff. This is where the doe I shot with that 270, this is where she ran and she died somewhere right around there. So I'm gonna look through here. Let's see if we can find anything in all this thick brush. There's a trail right there, about right around there is where my cousin Weston shot that little 8-pointer. There's that little slope, and she died literally right around in there. I'll never forget. So cool to, me and Dad was able to recover that deer. I knew that deer didn't go far. We were questioning if it was a bad shot, but no, it wasn't. It was perfect. Stuck. So I'll make our way down here in the slope. Definitely use this trail right here, I about guarantee. You got, goes a dove. You gotta, be really, really gotta be slow walking, trying to find an antler. It can be challenging. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like I'm about to find something. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I am about to find a shit. Fly. Good riddance. Oh, rug right there. Good grief. Flies everywhere now. I ain't about to find a fly's nest, that's for sure. I feel good about this area for sure. I know I can find something in here. It just depends if the deer shook his head and dropped the antler. I think I just spooked more deer. I hear some more running down there. This place no doubt is covered up with deer, that's for dang sure. Let's see if we can't find something here. Y'all, I looked all that entire area over there. I don't say entire area, but I looked hard through some thick stuff and I couldn't find anything. A little trail right here, so we're gonna walk along here and look carefully and see if we can't find something. Just seen that piebald, 2 other deer again. They came back from this way. They're going back up to the Bigfoot plot. And I know for 100% it was that piebald because I seen the white around her tail or in her feet. Crazy, man. I ain't found anything yet. I'm gonna look in one more area on this side, and then we'll go over to the other side of the Bigfoot plot. Look at that scenery. Wow. That's a bummer. No luck at the Smallfoot plot or the Oak Flat anywhere around that area. I went through some of the thickest crap you'd ever see. The valley's down that way. I got a camera down there, so I'll look around there. I'm walking on the roadbed, and this is where I've seen the most deer activity by far. I got a camera right there, so let me get it. All right, got the Bigfoot plot soil dug up. Let's see if we can find some sheds. This is gonna be a last Hail Mary. Walk through the sorghum, I ain't seen anything. It's so funny because there's dried up leaves that fall off the sorghum. They look about identical to a big cow horn rack laying down. Honestly, don't think there's gonna be any in here, to tell you the truth. Just can't ever tell. Especially if I step on it, I'll feel it. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm also looking too, so. It's a beautiful pine tree. I don't know what happened to that, but I've walked down here before, and this is the way to the creek. And I've jumped a couple deer. They're bedding right here, so I'm glimpsing over there too, see if I can't find a rack. I see something right there. I'm not sure if it's a... I think that was just a... Yeah, that was a bottle or something. We've got a game plan for the Bigfoot plot. We're going to build like a, not a box stand, but like a tree stand with, well, not a real tree stand, but like just a stand that will pretty much block off your wind. Sort of like a box stand. Half box stand, half tree stand. It won't be on a tree or anything like that. Pray the Lord help me to be able to come out here with at least one nice shed. I've still seen that piebald twice. And those deer, that was incredible. That wasn't a squirrel. You know, there's a better chance one of us could shoot this piebald this year. Because she is definitely close, no doubt. She's hanging around quite often. Might look through some of that when I come back up from the creek to get the camera from down there and look around there too. Look at that big rub. There are bucks in here, I know for a fact. You know why? Because we've seen them. But it's funny because these antlers almost tend to blend with, they do blend in with all the leaves and branches. So I've been fooled a couple times thinking there was a little antler, but my luck, it wasn't. So it happens. Oh yes, we've made it to the lovely creek. Oh my gosh, look how steep up that is. Oh my gosh. Whew. I don't know how a deer can go up that high. I'm sure they can. Goat would be your best bet. Definitely flat down here. My cousin has come and hunt here before, and one time he's seen like 6 deer hunting out of the stand down here. But the only problem is you got to get in here early or else you'll spook them walking in, which about happened every time. You got to be in here as early as like 1 or 2 o'clock. Well, depending on the time, but it's gorgeous down here. I love it. I love it. It's a beautiful creek. And there's fish. Literally, there's fish right here. Little minnows. That's crazy. Look at them all. Coming right to me. I just love a creek. I wanted to come down here so bad, but I'm definitely going to this year. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, let's get up here. We did it. Look at that little guy. Yep. Oh, where'd he go? Little bitty lizard or gecko or something. I don't know where he went now, but I think I just saw him. Gosh, I love a good water creek, man. Oh, there's more fish. Sometimes these deer will drop their antlers in the creek too. Is there anything up here? Nope. Man, come on, surely there's got to be an antler around here somewhere. It's probably that, or I'm just not looking hard enough. A little bit of both, or probably the main part is I ain't looking hard enough, but my brand new boots. These are steel toe and waterproof, so I needed some more rubber boots for sure. Alright, we're at the valley. There's a big drop off. See how we do. There's the camera right down there. There's been a time or two where deer have jumped over that creek going up towards that way. This is only the second time I've checked the camera. First time in literally 4 months. What the crap is that? I don't think, that ain't no shades or anything, but I don't know what the world that is. Looks like a carcass. There's flies all around it. That's a carcass of something. Something died right here. Oh my gosh. It had to be a deer. Oh my gosh, it was a deer. Oh my gosh. That is a freaking deer. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Ain't the albino, is it? Holy crap. Wow. Oh my gosh, you hate that. Wow. This immediately goes to my mind. I wonder if this is the deer that my friend's son Mason had shot before his cow horn. Cause he shot a doe but grazed his leg. I don't think it would be this deer, but oh my gosh, look at that. Wow. You hate that. Oh my gosh. Wow. There's the leg bone. Wow. Oh my gosh, I just hope that ain't CWD right there. That is not a good sign, y'all. But there's all the deer hair everywhere. I hope it wasn't that albino. Look at all the white hair. Oh my gosh. I better call my dad. He ain't gonna believe this. This is crazy. Oh my gosh, man. Y'all, I just found a whole pile of more hair, and look, there's the other part of the deer. Holy crap. I don't think it's the albino, but that's brown hair, but oh my gosh. That has to be the stomach hair. Good Lord. It's been dead for a while though, because they annihilated this deer. Dang it, man. Got hair all through here. It might have been a coyote killed it. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but if it ain't CWD, and if it ain't a hunter, something else. It might have probably a daggone coyote or something killed this deer or something. It might have been a bear. Geez, I hope not. I don't know if we'll have any evidence on this camera. Like if something was chasing this deer and that deer came right through there, we'll see it on the camera. Oh my gosh, man, I cannot. Oh my gosh, dang it. More hair, look at that, more hair, more hair. If it was a buck, if it was a buck, it would have antlers. They ain't. It ain't no. That was a doe. Holy crap. Wow. This just hit me just a few minutes ago, guys. What a day it's been. If I don't come out here with a shed antler, I mean, not only that, but it's a good thing I am out here, because nobody would have known that carcass would have been there. And nobody would have seen that piebald and those 6 other deer running and knowing that they're alive and doing well. But you gotta wonder, you know, basically tell you a quick story. I'm gonna walk in and try to find some antlers in the valley. Carcass is over there. That deer is within yards, a little more than 5 yards away from a creek. That's obviously a heads up that either an unethical shot was made accidentally on that deer by a hunter or someone, or the deer got a sickness or something. That's my opinion, and that's from experience, because you know when you hit them in the lungs, they're going to go to a creek, because they get real thirsty all of a sudden when they've been hitting the lungs or vitals. But you just hate that. I don't care, but because like I said, if I went out here today, I would have not noticed that. I would have not ever seen that at all. So in this case, you wonder, you know, but just to tell you a quick brief story. Y'all did hear what I just said, that Mason, little Mason, before he shot his cow horn over here at the Bigfoot plot, he shot a doe. And it was an unethical shot, unfortunately. I don't know if he pulled the shot or the deer. Yeah, I mean, but anyways, I mean, we all hate that happen, but you happen to wonder if that is Mason's deer laying over there that he shot a couple weeks prior to the cow horn, which was, gosh, about 3 months ago. Just a sad situation, man. You hope it's not CWD or an illness of any type. But you would think not, because there would be more deer laying dead closer by. And you'd probably be smelling dead deer galore, but I'm seeing something. I don't know what it is, but where's that reflection I just saw? Oh, right here. Oh, that's a leaf. What a crazy event, man. Glad I came down here, though. No one would have seen it. So let's go walk around here, see if we can't find anything. I sure hope I don't find another dead deer, because if there's another dead deer, that's a definite illness that's got a hold of these deer. This is deep. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're out. Yep, they're waterproof. My feet ain't get wet one bit so far. Whew. If I can just find at least one antler, Lord please, this would be a success. Think I can? Why not? Whoa! Ooh. That was awesome. Close-up footage on that. Well, this is my last go-to spot. This heavy thicket right here behind the stand of the big food plot. We've seen deer on camera, on that bro bag camera, cut through into here. So, any luck, find us a shed. Gosh, it's super thick in here. Barely getting around with my backpack on me. Oh shed, where could you be? Whew. And yes, it's 80 degrees today. So, bear with me. Oh well, guys. Part of it, and I'll go ahead and be honest, I ain't the best shed tracker in the world. And I ain't the best one of any means, but I want to go home. What I found today was pretty wacky enough. Tomorrow, I'm going to go over to my great uncle's house, and if I find a shed, I will let you guys know. But other than that, it's going to be in the next video. And yes, it's going to be a fishing video, so it's go time for that, baby. I'm excited, but we're here at the truck. Let's go home and, oh yes, that's right. Let's go look at some pictures. All right, guys, back home now. And this is just January 3rd, so legally outside of season. Not sure if this is one of the big 8-pointers, but if that's a new deer. But anyhow, this buck made it through the season. And look at there, the albino made it through the season. That is a problem. I think that's the same one that my buddy Steve, he had a Moultrie cam on the big food plot, and that coyote or another one. I mean, look at how beautiful that coyote is, though, but that is a giant coyote. That's a problem. Sasquatch. Look at that close-up angle of the albino. 1:08 a.m. This was November. Some of these cameras I didn't even check since. Oh, there's a big buck. Wow. Not sure which buck that is. Look at that. On the mock scrape. Oh my gosh, that might be. Oh man, look at that. 8:32 in the morning. Man, oh man. Wow. Unfortunately, card was not cooperating from the camera down in the valley, so no pictures on that one. Oh my gosh, back in November 8th, look at this. That may look like a hog, but look at the tail. That's a freaking black coyote. There's a nice buck right there walking through. Look at that. We got a black coyote. There's Steve and Mason walking in 30 minutes before. Oh my gosh. Wow. Scary. That's the biggest deer in the lease. The 27th November, and sure enough, a few minutes later, my cousin and his girlfriend go walking in, and that deer was able to escape him. Well, the main thing is we hope he survived the season, so hopefully we get pictures of him after season, but man, that's a huge deer. Okay, I thought I've seen it all. Look at that coyote. That thing is weird looking. Slim tail. Oh my, that thing's sick. December 2nd. Good grief. Look at that middle of the day. Gosh, he must be rabid. All right. All right. The big buck. The biggest one. The real big 8-pointer made it through the season. January 4th. He did not get shot. Woo! Super long tines. Short brows. He's easy to identify. Hopefully he'll be back again this year. There's the piebald. There's the piebald. Oh yeah, there's a good one. Another one. I think that's the same one that was in the big food plot. Look at that. Yep, that's the same 8-pointer that was in the big food plot. Wow, he's beautiful. Look at that. 10 o'clock in the morning. Wow.